First of all, I'd like the people that have never been to one of these before, stand up, please.
Oh, I can't stand
you're
up.
gonna.
I'll put my hands up.
No, we're not going to be called on for some prank, are we?
No, I just wanted to let you know
I
that
just
you're in for a rare treat. Now sit down and be quiet.
Shut up.
Okay, first of all, I'd like to welcome all to, I think it's the 10th annual cabin party. It's either the 9th or 10th, so we're going to go with 10th.
Whoa.
And before I do anything, I want to thank a few people for the work party they were at. I'd like to thank Peter Arrington, Steve Salzman, Joan Levy, John Piper, El Prez, Peter Ziza, Holly Baker, and Marie for getting the cabin all ready.
Real work.
Did a lot of work.
You got that at the restroom?
Okay, El Presidente will be giving his annual State of the Union speech once I am finished with you, and then the Tres Idiots were filmed from 2 original skits for your enjoyment.
All right.
The idiots have been practicing all year and guarantee a error-free performance. After the skit, once it gets dark, a movie and a slideshow will be shown to those interested. A few things before we start. Please keep all arms and legs 5 feet away from the performing artists. They are sensitive souls and need their space. Flash photography is allowed, along with joyous laughter and cheers. However, heckling will not be tolerated and offenders will be flogged.
Yeah, you guys suck.
As soon as the first skit is concluded, please shuffle calmly to the secondary seating unit, which would be down by the fire pit. Marie and Holly will direct you. There will be entertainment as soon as you are settled during the skit intermission. And I understand that before I introduce the main speaker, Scotty would like to do something here. And now, without further ado, I would like to introduce our president, fellow kayaker, idiot, and all-around great guy, El Presidente.
Is he done chewing?
Okay, we're just going to show you some love here for you, all right? Well, thank you for that.
Thank you for that. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So usually in the past I do this speech and no one can hear me. Which is, can you hear me now?
No, louder.
Can you hear me now?
That's better.
All right. Well, my flock is looking perfect tonight. Appreciate you all being here. And you know, this is a great event. We have this every year except for 2 years. I think we missed it.
The COVID.
And every year we have so much fun. I think you're having fun. So we have 2 people here to thank so much for all that goes on here. We give up their cabin so we can have this wonderful party. Inside and out they work. You heard all the people that helped. We sure appreciate all their effort. Big hand for Phil and Marie. And during our kayak rides, we have such good stuff come out. Such good food and eats and everything. So big hand for all the people that bring something to the kayak events. So I think we got a few first timers here. People that never been to the cabin party before. Steve and Noreen.
Do we shave their heads?
Not yet.
Terry. And if I missed anybody else besides Sandra, who has managed to light up my life. Dr. John.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you, John. Didn't write you down.
Danny?
Oh.
And John Piper. I knew I forgot to get the food. John Piper and
Two
who-
Johns.
Two Johns.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Correct. So we're going to honor somebody here tonight. You see this person out at Kinetic Sculpture Race. They are at the start. They are at Dead Man's Drop. They are at the end of the race. You can see them if you go to these parties at Pamplin Grove, they'll be there. And right out here, this person does a lot of cooking, and we sure appreciate everything she does. Big hand for Wendy White.
Accustomed as I am, stand down, stand down. Thank you, it's my honor. Oh my God, I love it. Oh, holy shit, thank you. I really like it. I don't know if you know this, I consider the fork, spoon, and knife a holy trilogy.
Amen.
So Scott Hemphill, who's a tremendous artist. He is an excellent coppersmith.
That's so over the top good.
Yeah, and he's a really good sketcher, and we love him to death. Anyway, he did this, and later on in the performance, we'll see a few more things that he did.
Yeah, he's
Thank you,
very
Scotty.
talented.
So, the lagoons. Big lagoon. This lagoon went through many changes this past winter. The atmospheric rivers ripped through Maple Creek, dislodging two big trees that were blocking our passage up the creek. One tree was deposited a little ways out of the creek only to get pushed again up the 101 bridge, which Fish and Game came and removed. The other log still sits a little ways from the bridge. For years, we had a log we used as our measurement for how high the water was in the creek. Sometimes it would reach up and touch the tip. Sometimes we would ride over the top.
Yep.
The creek breached 3 times this winter. Maple Creek, a Disneyland ride in Humboldt County. Stone Lagoon. The lagoon seems to be everyone's favorite. It has a rookery with gulps of cormorants with noisy birds in May and June. It had been 3 years since the lagoon breached, but the storms this past winter busted it open. So Dave and Scott don't have to catch the same fish over and over again.
We're on a first name basis.
Yeah. On our way back from the beach on the east side, we saw more foxgloves than ever before. A beautiful lagoon year-round. Freshwater lagoon. Some people say, Chapetwaketo. That was Stone Lagoon. Freshwater. Some people say longest drive to the smallest lagoon. Only 5 minutes north of Stone Lagoon. It has something that other lagoons do not have. Indian pond lilies.
Yes, they do.
We see red-winged blackbirds hopping from leaf to leaf, catching damselflies. Ospreys teaching their kids how to fish, and more canvasbacks than either of the 2 lagoons. Damselflies cover our boats as we have lunch, while a mother mallard watches her ducklings leap out of the water to catch damselflies. Truly a remarkable lagoon, one worth driving a few miles to experiment. We had a trip to Orca and Oyster Beach this year where the Coast Guard did not but 2 practice rescues as we watched with our binoculars. The lagoons, the trips and back, up and back in the sloughs, we have a great time. The delicious treats that people bring that I personally look forward to. So keep coming out with this zany group of hardy souls, enjoying the beautiful nature that Humboldt County provides. That's it. I have to say one more thing. Everybody knows how much this group means to me. And I want to thank each and every one of you for being in my life, because my life is a better life because of you.
Yeah, that's I agree. Do it! Unruly. Settle down the crowds. Do it! 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 Now that I have you all port and starboard. Oh yeah. Who's the Humboldt Kayak Club that's floating down the slough? DOA on the bay, fun for me and you. DOA on the bay, DOA on the bay. Forever in our kayaks we get high. Pack your snack and bring your yak and join our family. DOA on the bay, fun for you and me.
There we are.
You should there.
Turn your back on the ocean. That's better.
Hand-picked. Where was it?
There you go. Somebody's drink.
I lost my place. Top notch. You know, each bachelor's past has been explored and scrutinized to be sure they're the highest quality men we can find.
What was that?
Actually, we didn't look very hard. And it shows. These guys are great. I think you'll be impressed and will thoroughly enjoy tonight's entertainment. Now, I'd like to introduce to each bachelor to the contestant. Music starts. Bachelor number 1 says he was born at the perfect time. He is a devout hippie and lives his life accordingly. He spends much of his time whittling spirit birds from whole redwood logs. While not doing that, he smokes dope and not much else. He graduated from the 3rd grade and claims he once sat in a tree for over 5 months, but can't remember why. His hero is Snoop Dogg because he's the only person he knows who can smoke more dope than me. Give it up for Timber Hollow Loggerman. Bachelor number 2 was born in Cuba, but migrated to the United States at an early age. He claims to have been a member of the 1976 Olympic champion synchronized swim team for Cuba. However, that claim cannot be verified. His hobbies include pickleball, worm farming, hot butter, tanning workouts, and climbing palm trees for coconuts. He also kayaks once a year. He's a devout member of the Manson family and knows where you live. Here is Ricky Cubano Ruiz Alonso Diaz Hernandez. I take prize. Oh, thank you.
I got some cigars from Cuba. If anybody would like one, just raise your hand and I'll come to you and you guys can pick it up.
I want one of these.
I want one. They probably are.
Bachelor number 3 came all the way from Pasadena, California, and is a former lumberjack and altar boy. He is currently working at Del Arte, performing as an alternative lifestyle.
Anybody else?
Non-specific performing artist.
Hey, you got them all.
Stage manager's trying to get you your chair, bro.
Introduce that guy over. No, I'm got some stogie.
You couldn't hear. Bachelor number 3 came all the way from Pasadena, California, and is a former lumberjack and altar boy. He's currently working at Del Arte, performing an alternative lifestyle, gender non-specific, performing artist.
What are you doing
He is
over there,
also currently the self-proclaimed mayor of Bridgeville. His hobbies include shopping, watching romantic movies, and dressing in women's clothes. Please welcome Jackie Farragut Jones. Welcome, gentlemen. I use that term loosely. Relax and make yourselves comfortable. Now that you've met the male contestants, let's meet our special female contestant. She has been hidden away in our soundproof room and could not hear the introduction of the bachelors. She has no knowledge of any of the men she will be questioning and doesn't know what they look like. Let's give a warm welcome to tonight's female guest, Mildred Grumbuckle.
Yeah, she has to enter from the stage left.
We're competing, man.
kind sir.
Here's your card.
Smoky. Close to your mouth. No smoking.
This lovely lady is from Maynardville, Tennessee, and is currently in the running for Miss Tres Idiotas Beauty Contest of 2023. She's an avid mushroom gatherer and sometimes overindulges in the psychedelics. She also spends much of her time training for the all-female mud wrestling championship to be held next month in Las Vegas. If that's not enough, she's also a professional nudist skydiver for the Naked Ladies from Heaven. Group based in Blythe, California. She has a gentle soul and likes to make flowery things. Here is Mildred Crumbuckle. Okay, Mildred. We've introduced the male contestants to our audience, and now it's your turn to ask them a few questions.
Well, thank you so much.
Try to be specific, and don't shy away from any subject. Good luck and have fun.
Thank you so
loud.
much.
No, this is
Hey, Peter,
yes.
we have to say hi to her.
This is pretty typical.
Hello. I don't have that. Bachelors,
Bachelor number 1, can you
please say hello to Mildred. Bachelor number 1.
Mildred.
Bachelor number 2.
Hi, Mildred.
And bachelor number 3.
Good evening, Mildred.
The third guy's questionable.
Question.
Hello, Bachelor number 2. If you had $1 million and could spend it all on me, what would you buy?
Oh, I'll tell you. I would rent the most exquisite villa in all of Cuba and shower with gifts and introduce you to the best food in all the world. Then we would watch reruns of I Love Lucy for the entire week.
Thank you, Bachelor number 2. Bachelor number 3, describe our first date.
Number 3.
Bachelor number 3.
Thank you for that question, Mildred. Well, first we would go to the mall and pick out fantastic outfits for each other. Then we would go to the theater to see a musical, followed by dinner at my place and snuggling on the couch.
Thank you very much, Bachelor number 3. Bachelor number 1, I'm giving you the same question, and that is describe our first date.
Well, Mildred, first we drive to my friend's house out at the mountains.
And grab a few ounces.
There you go.
Then we'd head straight for the smoking lounge and have a beer or two with the gang. After that, we're getting pretty hungry, so we'll go drive through a Taco Bell and pick up a few burritos and maybe some fries and some chips. Then we go to my pad and hang.
Wow. Thank you, Bachelor number 1. Bachelor number 3, if you were a vegetable, which one would you be?
Well, that's easy. I'd be a kumquat just because I like the sound of it, and it's good for my delicate skin.
That's very, very sweet of you. Bachelor number 2, you over there? If you were me, and you had to go out with one of the other contestants, which one would it not be, and why?
Well, that is a hard choice. Because neither one of them is as good as the catch as I am. I think it would have to be number 3. He seems a little confused and way too pretty for my taste.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your honesty. Bachelor number 1.
Yes.
If we were on a date and you suddenly realized you forgot your wallet, what would you do?
Well, first I'll be trying to figure out how to replace the rubber I had in it. Oh, you mean how I pay for dinner? Well, that's easy. I always had a big doobie in my sock. The waiter would always take that in the place of cash.
Thank you so much. Bachelor number 3. If we got married and we're thinking about having kids, how many would you like?
Well, hopefully I'd like all of them. Seriously, though, I
ones
came
that
from a
look like
large family, so one would be enough for me. I hate to share.
Amen for that. Bachelor number 2, I am asking you the same question. I'm going to repeat it again. I'm going to ask you, if we got married and we're thinking about having kids, how many would you like?
Well, I'm Latino, so the more the merrier. I like big families, but making those babies is what it's all about.
Well, thank you. Bachelor number 2. Bachelor number 1. Is that the same question? Do you remember what that was?
I'm not sure, but I don't know if you know this, but I get stoned a lot. Sometimes I smoke on the way to the bathroom, or even on the way to the bathroom, and even in the bathroom. I'm usually stoned when I go grocery shopping, man. So I always buy more food than I can eat. I'm even stoned right now. What was the question?
The question was, sir, if we got married and we're thinking about having kids, well, how many would you like?
Well, I think 2 is a good number.
All right. What's that, sir? Okay, sir. Oh, dear me. Who writes these questions? Bachelor number 3. This is a very important question. Do you wear boxers or briefs?
Well, that is pretty personal, but I'll answer the question. That depends on the occasion. If it's a relaxed atmosphere and I'm wearing loose-fitting pants, it's boxers all the way. But if it's a stylish outing and my outfit is tight-fitting, well then I'm going with my thong. I don't do briefs.
All right, then. Let's move on to the next question, everybody. Bachelor number 2. If we were stranded on a desert, desert island? Deserted island. That's right. I'm from Tennessee, so would you please bear with me here? What would be the first thing you would do?
I would build a log shack, baby. And then I would forage for food and water.
Well, that's a very practical thing to do when you're on a deserted island. Thank you so much for that answer.
What's up, man?
Bachelor number 1. I like to shower in the evening so I'm relaxed and clean for whatever happens in bed. When do you like to shower?
Well, I usually shower every Tuesday. Mainly because that's when I go into town to check what's going on. Other than that, I know I need a shower, but old Betsy, that's my pet pig, sleeps outside instead of the bed with me.
Thank you. All right, this question's for you, Bachelor number 3. If you were to prepare a romantic dinner for the 2 of us, what would it be?
Well, first I'd start out with a couple of imported beers with chips and guacamole. Then we'd have my homemade tacos, followed by a moist piece of chocolate cake. Oh, and did I forget to mention that this would be at the beach on a warm tropical island during the most beautiful sunset ever.
Thank you. Bachelor number 2. As you've probably heard, I love to skydive naked. If you were to go with me, what would we be doing on the way down?
Well, I tell you, the first thing I'd be doing is yelling a lot. Next, I'd take in the view and enjoy having the entire earth beneath me. After that, I would admire your beautiful body and dream of us together. Then I would be praying like hell before I splatter all over the ground. Are you crazy? I'm jumping out of no freaking plane!
Well, it still sounds a little exciting to me, but so thank you. Bachelor number 1. My dad is very particular about who I date. What would you do to win him over?
Well, honey, I know that older men like 3 basic things. Good liquor, a good smoke, and something good to eat. So I've got all those covered, and I don't even have to go to the store. Bring him a jar of my best moonshine, a big old fat doobie, and some magic mushrooms I grow next to the outhouse. After I get done with him, we'll be best buds forever.
Bachelor number 3. If I turn out to be taller than you, would that bother you?
Oh, not at all. I enjoy a lady with long legs. Besides, if it was a concern, I could just put on a pair of my stilettos and no one would notice.
Very interesting. Oh, bachelor number 1. When did you lose? Bachelor number 1? Are you there?
I'm here.
When did you lose your virginity?
Oh, well. Me and Mary Lou were in the hay barn, and she got a little excited. It was the summer of '69. I can say is that I think it was pretty amazing.
Thank you. Okay, bachelor number 2, could you please answer the same question when you lost your virginity?
I remember like it was yesterday. I was standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona, and such a fine sight to see. She was a girl, my lord, in a flatbed Ford, slowing down to take a look at me. Yes, sirree. It was July 15, 1968.
Sounds like a hot time there in Winslow, Arizona. Okay, bachelor number 3, I'm asking you that same question. When did you lose your virginity?
Well, it was New Year's Day, 1974. I passed out on a friend's living room floor after celebrating New Year's when this lovely lady laid down next to me and started to spoon me. The rest I'll leave to your imagination.
Thank you. I have a very vivid imagination, so I'll be thinking about that in my spare time. Bachelor number 2. I like to pick magic mushrooms in the woods and spend the day zoning out to their mystical powers. If this is something you might want to do with me.
Oh, yeah. I love mushrooms. I usually put them in my lechón asado, plátano verde, arroz con pello, papa rellena, picadillo, bistec empanizado, y lo más importante, albóndigas.
Thank you. Bachelor number 1.
Yes.
How about you? Would you like to try some mushrooms with me?
Sure, I would. I think I ate some this morning, but I can't be sure. I was so nervous about doing the show that I smoked a doobie, then I got hungry. Started eating whatever was around. Turns out I just harvested about 20 of those suckers, and now I can't find them.
All right, here, bachelor number 3. I'm a girl who loves the outdoors. Do you consider yourself an indoor or an outdoor person?
Well, I gotta say, I love all the doors. I can hike, bike, kayak, swim, or go to the beach anytime. I can also relax around a wood fire, playing board games and sipping on a glass of red wine. It's the company that I'm with that matters.
That's a very, very sweet answer. Thank you. Bachelor number 2. I've tried different computer dating sites, but just haven't had any luck finding the right guy. What do you think you would be the right guy? Why do you think you would be the right guy for me?
Oh, because I'm fun. I will take you to the best restaurantes cubanos and introduce you to the Cuban culture. You know what they say? Once you had a Cuban, You're in for some cruising.
All right, and finally here, bachelor number one.
Yes.
So, I think I've made up my mind as to whom I'm going to pick. Is there anything else I should know about you before I decide for sure?
Well, you sound like a sweet girl, and I like sweet girls. If you're as half as good looking as you sound, then I would be honored. If you would pick me to go on a date with you, and that naked skydiving, it sounds pretty good.
All right, thank you, gentlemen, but we've completely run out of time for questions, and now it's time for Mildred to decide which bachelor is going to accompany her on a once-in-a-lifetime date provided by our sponsors. So, Mildred, is it going to be bachelor number one, bachelor number two, or bachelor number three?
Can I just say one thing?
These all sound like really spectacular guys. And I'm having a really hard time making a decision in my head. But I have to say that bachelor number one seems to be like my kind of guy. He likes to party, and he likes to, he skydive naked with me, do mushrooms with me. So I'm going to go with bachelor number one.
Right. Congratulations to both of you. You are now the first couple of the first edition of the Cabin Party Dating Game. Your life will never be the same. And now for your date.
Dun, 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 dun.
You got to introduce the other two.
You gotta introduce the other two.
Here we go.
Better get the music going.
Music?
You get to go. This is
The
the date you
two
didn't
that
get.
did not win,
Right.
come meet Mildred.
Bachelor number three.
Bachelor number three.
Peter, you have to reintroduce
Bachelor number three, come meet Mildred.
Peter, you have to reintroduce us.
What's this word practice I hear?
Remember bachelor number
Oh! Very informal.
Somewhere I thought they had it in the beginning.
Bachelor number two was born in Cuba and was migrated to the United States at an early age. He claims to have been a member of the 1976 Olympic champion synchronized swim team from Cuba. However, that claim cannot be verified. His hobbies include pickleball, orange farming, hot butter, tanning, workouts, and climbing palm trees for coconuts. He also kayaks once a year. He is a member of the Mexico and knows where you live. Here is Ricky Cubano Ruiz Alonso Bachelor number three came all the way to Pasadena, California, and is a former lumberjack and altar boy. He's currently working for Archery, performing as an alternative lifestyle, gender non-specific performing artist. He's also currently a self-proclaimed mayor of Bridgeville. His hobbies include shopping, watching romantic movies, and dressing in women's clothes. Please welcome Jackie Ernest Jones.
I didn't feel as good as a redhead.
Talking of our appreciation, don't spend it all on the place. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, can we have a big hand with the two losers? Now, let's meet your date. Bachelor number one says he was born at the perfect time. He is a devout hippie and lives his life accordingly. Spends much of his time whittling spirit birds from whole redwood logs. While not doing that, he smokes dope and not much else. He graduated from third grade and claims he once sat in a tree for over 5 months, but can't remember why. His hero is Snoop Dogg because, quote, he's the only person I know who can smoke more dope than me. Give it up for Timber Hollow Loggerman. Congratulations to both of you. You are now the first couple of the first edition of the Cabin Dating Party Dating Game. Your life will never be the same. And now for your date. We've gone all out. You're going to Auric! Auric, California vacation package. After you've had a good night's sleep at the wonderful Laguna Inn in Eureka, you'll be taken to the Eureka Denny's restaurant, which is currently closed, and provided with their Grand Slam breakfast with a large orange juice. After that, you'll be chauffeured in a stretch monster truck to the quaint village of Auric, located among the giant redwoods, where you'll be greeted by Marna, the unofficial mayor. She will present you with a key to the city and perform a short fire dance. After that, you'll be whisked away to the famous lager bar and presented with 2 free beers. After conversing with the local barflies, you'll be transported by kinetic sculpture to the Little Red Schoolhouse, where you will view the rare and seldom seen Roosevelt elk herd and dine on a picnic basket lunch provided by the Auric General Store. Once you finish your banquet, you will travel south to Freshwater Lagoon and enjoy a relaxing kayak trip with DOA's dynamic president.
Oh, I heard he's good. I heard he's really good.
After that, you will venture across Highway 101 to the beautiful, warm beaches of the Pacific Ocean, where you will whale watch and hunt for agates. Once the day is done, you'll have plenty of time to explore more of Auric metropolitan area, because you'll be staying in Auric for 1 week at the lovely Auric Hotel, which includes unlimited chainsaw rentals for wood sculpting. Congratulations to the 2 of you, and now, see you all next time!
I can't believe it.
DOA Together, which is to the tune somewhat resembling On Top of Old Smoky. Let's get it go kind of like this.
Kumbaya.
Oh, I like it. Good. We're here with the Yackers, the DOA crew. That's California Cabin. Check out what's new. We've come from a forest. We've come from a near. We come with our wine. We come with our beer. We'll sit by the campfire and have a fine meal and have conversation on things that appeal. So whether we're paddling or just sitting around, it's being together. That's what we have found. Thank goodness for friendship, for you and for me. For when we're together, so happy are we. So happy are we.
All right, take it again from the top.
Okay. We should do it again. On the water again. This is to the tune of On the Road Again.
You know how you did a 2-syllable word versus a 1-syllable word, but let's see how it rocks.
water again. Just can't waste it on the water again. Life I love is paddling with my friends, and I can't wait to get on the water again.
Up the tempo.
Water again. Going places that I have been. Seeing things that I want to see again. And I can't wait to get on the water again.
On the water again, like a vampire, we go on the waterway. We're the best of friends, insisting that the world keep turning our way. Our way, water again.
I can't wait to get on the water again.
Water again, like a band of pirates, we go down the waterway. We're the best of friends, insisting that the world keeps turning our way.
Where's our percussion?
Just can't wait to get on the water again. Life I love is paddling with my friends. I can't wait to get on the water again. I can't wait to get on the water again.
There we go.
Thank you. We have to turn these back
we
in?
need some practice, I think, on that.
Yeah, we can do it. Okay, this song,
Another one?
because we're getting to the where the age we are, might need some medical advice. Okay? What?
You need a microphone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not really.
Try to holler it out. Well, I was feeling like hell and I was not getting well, so I went in for a physical check. And when I got to the doc, I was in for a shock. Said, boy, you're a physical wreck. Your liver's all swollen and your stomach's got a hole in it for drinking too much for too long. And that's a good indication you got poor circulation, because your blood pressure's almost gone. And you got no reflexes in your solar plexus when I tap you on the top of your knee. And your pulse ain't steady and your lungs are ready to collapse anytime you breathe. And at the rate you're going, with the symptoms showing, boy, you'll never grow to be old. But I came up with a plan to make you healthy again. But boy, you gotta do as you're told. If you dig it, don't do it. If you like it, better leave it alone. And if it's too much fun, that ought to clue you, son, that you're probably doing something that's wrong. And if it feels good to you, don't let it fool you, cause you're playing in the danger zone. Kept waiting and waiting for the doctor to finish, but he kept going on and on. You ought to give up the booze and put those muscles to use, and don't be smoking no cigarettes. And you know love with a stranger might be fun, but it's just like Russian roulette. Get the grease out of your diet. Boil it, don't fry it. Don't you eat no more barbecue. You ought to get you a pin. Ain't gonna tell you again. And there's a whole lot more you gotta do. If you dig it, don't do it. If you like it, better leave it alone. And if it's too much fun, that ought to clue you, son, that you're probably doing something that's wrong. And if it feels good to you, don't let it fool you, cause you're playing in the danger zone. I kept waiting and waiting for that doctor to finish, but he kept going on and on. You ought to give up the sweets and don't be cramping your feet. then he pointed towards the Italian shoes. Said, boy, look here, you're gonna damage your ear. Listen to rock, rhythm, and blues. And if a rabbit won't eat it, brother, you don't eat it. That's a rule of your new menu. Gonna tell you a lot, cause you'll certainly die, and there's a whole lot more you gotta do. If you dig it, don't do it. If you like it, better leave it alone. And if it's too much fun, that ought to clue you, son, that you're probably doing something that's wrong. And if it feels good to you, don't let it fool you, cause you're playing in the danger zone. I kept waiting and waiting for the doctor to finish, but he kept going on and on. You ought to stand up straight. You need to lose some weight. Your posture's a terrible disgrace. You need to suck in your gut. You need to pull in your butt. And there's a whole lot more you gotta do. If you dig it, don't do it. If you like it, better leave it alone. And if it's too much fun, that ought to clue you, son, that you're probably doing something that's wrong. And if it feels good to you, don't let it fool you, cause you're playing in the danger zone. I kept waiting and waiting for the doctor to finish, but he kept going on and on. Yeah, he kept going on and on and on. Okay, how many people do we have here are qualified for Medicare? Okay. All right. Thank goodness, huh? All right. Here's the Medicare song. A friend of mine in Mount Shasta wrote, Scott Durbin. It's short and sweet, so you can keep
playing.
Time on that is wonderful.
Scott Durbin?
Now I'm on Medicare. I'd really like it if I had more hair. And while you're at it, can you repair my derriere? My butt is old and sagging. Roll out your welcome wagon, Medicare. I need a liver, do you have a spare? I hear you have some extra parts somewhere. I do declare. Don't know what I was thinking. I should have stopped my drinking Medicare. I'm so embarrassed, but I have to share. When I'm romantic and I look down there, I do despair. That thing is soft and floppy. Send me a harder copy, Medicare. I'm counting on you to return my savoir-faire. Until you're out of cash, I want my health care back. Now that I'm on Medi, I'm 65 and ready. I'm on Medi. Thank you, Mr. Fetty. I'm on Medicare. Thank you. That's right. Thank you very much for letting me share those with you.
You can record those, you know.
It is, I think our Act 2 is probably close to being ready.
They're out there smoking dope.
They're doing all those don'ts.
And the Maasai tribe of Kenya. Their heritage dates back to some of the earliest humans on this planet. They were born to dance. As you will see in their performance today, they are also great hunters, taking down large game with their mighty spears.
Oh no.
They start smoking the cannabis herb 3 years ago, and they claim it has taken them to a great spiritual place. Please welcome the African Idiotos.
Meat
Hey,
eaters.
that was good arm.
Millie, stay with me.
Don't do it.
I'll get him, Millie. I'll get him, Millie.
Oh, God. Don't trip on that. That's what I'm thinking. I'll be expected to do this dance later.
Get those ticks and fleas out.
Whoa!
Photo op.
Yeah, everyone get there.
Oh, there she is.
Wendy with the E at the end. So I know. Yeah, but it's the same. It's just trying to get
Fixed. And where the hell the idea came from is beyond me. You need to ask Jack. So I said, don't pull it,
rubs
Jack.
the lotion on its skin.
You can put your aloe and put it on your skin. wherever. And however you want to do it is up to you.
It's an applicator.
These are aloe sticks for all of you guys. You got the little boat color code and stuff like that. So where's Super Mario? We gotta give him.
Yeah, I got a yellow boat. You got a yellow boat.
Doing too. Oh, Love Shack.
You see a faded sign at the side of the road that says 15 miles to the left. That's